in every person's life. There is a moment in your life when you stop asking, how do I make more money? But then you start asking yourself, how do I build wealth that outlives me? That's a better question. That moments usually come late in life for many people. Most people spend their entire life, call it the average Joe spends their entire life trading time for income. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Trading time, and um, people become excellent at earning and looking at the next pay raise, looking at the next addition to their income. But guess what? Income is not wealth building. Income is not wealth building. Earning really is walking, like you're walking on a treadmill, it's moving, and guess what? And you can walk, and you get tired and you get exhausted and you make a lot of money. Guess what? I mean, many people make a lot of money that way and get the thing is, how do you end? How do you end? Many people end exactly where they started, pensioned out, to living sometimes in state housing and all the things that really don't speak of the kind of input that you have put all your life working. But guess what? Wealth, real generational compounding wealth, is built through systems. It's built through systems. It's not built through efforts. Because guess what? If efforts were equal to wealth building, like the people digging and doing all kind of really hard manual labor would be billionaires, but they are not, because it's not about effort, it's about systems. I'm Dr. Vivian Atud, and this is the Firelight. If you're joining us for the first time, please put some fires in the chat. Always a pleasure having you in the community. Always a pleasure reaching out to our live community on different platforms. I mean, we talk all things igniting your fires. We talk all things moving you from where you are, looking at the fires that were aimed at stopping you and transforming them into the same fires that forged you. It is Monday this day, and we are looking at lighting some fires and pushing you to realizing what your real purpose is. Today, we are talking about decisions that can move you from where you are to where you really want to be. Thank you for the likes, those joining us online on different platforms. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for being part of this community. And today, we're really talking about the difference between earning an income through trading time for money and real wealth building. Many people think when many people think about real estate investing, sometimes they think about you buy a property, maybe you flip a house, or maybe you buy something, you take a mortgage out there and you put it for rental. I mean, they imagine buying one property, maybe fixing, selling it for a profit. And guess what? That's not wealth building. That's not wealth building. That's trading effort for one time gain. But there is another path. And that's what I'm excited to share with you today. There is another path to real estate investing that many people don't know. The average Joe doesn't know this. And, many people don't know, because it requires a bit of knowledge, it requires a bit of information for you to be able to understand how this aspect, this type of real estate investing really is, because it is not taught in schools. You know when a homeowner doesn't pay their property tax, if you live anywhere in the US, and I think in many other countries, the government places what we call a lien on the property. And that lien is a legal claim against that property placed by government. According to the laws across states, it could be a tax lien, it could be a tax deed lien, and that lien becomes what? An investment vehicle. You can purchase that lien from the government. The homeowner then has a specific period. Like if you live in Maryland, it's 6 months for non-owner occupied, or 9 months for owner occupied. They have 6 months to redeem that lien, and depending on the state where you are, if they don't redeem without that specific period, or if they do redeem, you get back your money and you get an interest, guaranteed interest by the asset in terms of the law of the state. But guess what? If they do not redeem, like it is in many cases, you go ahead, you foreclose the property and you acquire the property often at cents to the dollar, cents to the dollar. I mean, this year I bought a couple of liens I'm still buying. I mean, there's one coming up on the 27th of this month in Baltimore County, out there in Maryland. Registration date has closed, but I did register for that one and looking forward to pick up some more liens there, because guess what? In Maryland, non-owner occupied, you're going to foreclose it in 7 months. Guess what? Why do many people don't invest in this? Some people think that, oh, it's like a scam. It's like a scam. Guess this is not predatory. This is how governments generate and manage income. When people don't pay, government still has to run. They have to pay the firemen. They have to run the schools. They have to fix the roads. They have to do all their responsibilities, and they need their money. They turn back to investors and say, according to the laws, we've got this, and can you take it and be able to help us? And guess this is how many intelligent investors build multi-generational wealth without needing $1 million. You don't need $1 million. With a couple of hundreds of dollars, you can pick up your first lien. With a couple of hundreds of dollars, you don't really need even up to $1,000 in certain cases. But guess what? It requires something that many people don't have. It requires knowledge. You need to understand the state's regulations. You need to understand how to do research on properties. You need to understand how to analyze risk. You need to understand how to bid. You need to understand how to calculate the true cost. So, and that is why every Tuesday I host a free masterclass, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. No hype, no guarantees as far as returns are concerned, just practical free education from people. I mean, I have been in the other side. I have bought properties, I've bought investments using this way. And guess what? This is not kind of a get rich quick scheme. This is for people who want to build a dynasty. So in the description, I am going to put the links if you want to join part of our Firelight free community, where we learn about tax liens and tax deeds every Tuesday. This will be very, very fun for you to join, 6 p.m. Eastern Time every Tuesday. It's an amazing community. We talk about making money this way. You know, I wanted to ignite some fires in someone this week to start thinking about not just trading your time, not just trading your time for the dollar, not just trading your time for money, but beginning to think of ways. I mean, tax liens is one way, and we will be looking at other ways that you can build a dynasty for your children and children's children, and not just live that life. So stop thinking like an employee. Even if you are employed, even if you're working for someone else, start thinking like an owner, start thinking like an entrepreneur, start taking ownership, because guess what? You don't build wealth through your paycheck. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. You build wealth through asset, and you have to start thinking about asset building. You have to start thinking about asset building. You have to start thinking about empowering yourself before this year runs out, before this month run out, so that guess what? You want to change the financial trajectory for your family for generations. So I want someone who is thinking generationally. I don't know what you want your next generation, your children's children. The Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance. A good man or a good woman leaves an inheritance, not just for his children, but for his children's children. So you want to leave some inheritance out there, go there and say, I am thinking generationally. Write in the chat, I am thinking generationally. This is the Firelight Awakening, and I am Dr. Vivian Atud. It has been amazing having you in the community. I want someone to go out there and light light some fires this day. Some want to go out there thinking generationally this week. It's not just about you. It's about a generation. It's about your children. It's about your children's children. And you owe it to the future generations to leave some footprints. And thank you for joining us live. I will see you live again tomorrow. Thank you. Have a wonderful, blessed Monday. Keep lighting some fires. Keep doing great work, and like the channel, share it, and come back tomorrow. And I love